80% of moving companies that get listed on the market do not sell. And for that very reason, I was intrigued to grow my moving company through an acquisition. The thought process was, since 80% of companies do not sell, I would be able to get a sweet deal on a moving company, which I did. My name is Steven Mandak, president and founder of Clutch Moving Company. We operate in 2 states, California and Arizona. And in 2026, we are projected to do over $6 million in gross revenue. If you're looking to do an acquisition, watch this video so you don't make the same mistakes that I did. The first valuable lesson that I learned was employee turnover. When you take over a company, a lot of the times the employees are used to how the company was ran beforehand. I had the thought process that everybody was gonna follow and go in the direction that I wanted to go. Boy, was I wrong. The thing is that all the new procedures, all the new tech that I was gonna lay out was a learning curve for the new employees. Now, the past owner ran the show a certain way where there was no tech, no scheduling, no type of processes at all. I came in, I laid out the red carpet, and I was giving everybody the direction on where we're gonna go and also the vision that we're gonna go. And in reality, nobody was set on that vision. So what I had to do was I had to clean house. Every single employee that was in the company, except for one person, has left. And that was when I acquired the company 4 months ago. If I were to go do it differently, I would have easily had a one-to-one with every single one of the employees. So I could understand where they were and where they're at with the company. If I could go back, I would ask them, what can I do to improve the company so I can make it better so everybody would be happy? But the truth of the matter is that not every person will want to follow your vision and also go in the direction that you want to go into. The second thing is acquire a business during the right time. What do I mean by that? Since the moving industry is such a seasonal business, I acquired the company at the wrong time. Now, to put in perspective, I had purchased the company in October, and the moving industry is a seasonal business. It gets busiest during March all the way to September. Now, since I bought the company during the slow time, I hit October, I hit November, December, and January. So I had 4 months to eat cost of the slow time. I thought that this company had a lot of buyers and it was so hot on the market. I could have been right, I could have been wrong, who would have known? But since I had purchased the company during October, which is a slow time of the moving industry, I had to take and eat all the costs that were associated during the slow time. Now in my other location in San Francisco, during the slow season of October, November, December, January, we typically lose money because we're such a big company and we have a lot of overhead where we're able to profit still because we make so much money during the summertime. Since I took over the company in October, the company in Arizona, I essentially had to invest money and then I also took in the slow time. It was a good thing that I have a centralized call center that my San Francisco location and the Arizona location pay together, so the loss wasn't as bad. But to put in perspective, it's close to a 6-figure investment so far that I had put into the Arizona location. But you know, you live and you learn, and you know, you gotta go ahead and move forward. Now, the third valuable lesson that I learned was that I could come in and increase prices by 30%, and if I was gonna be able to increase the prices by 30%, I would assume that I would get more profit. But I was wrong. What I did was I went ahead and increased the prices and gave them 30 days to say, hey, you wanna work with us or you don't wanna work with us. So I basically played hardball with the customers and let them know that, hey, you wanna work with me or you don't wanna work with me. And a lot of the customers that I was working with said, no, we don't wanna work with you, we'll go to another vendor. Now, since it's such a small town here in Tucson, I thought that, hey, they're gonna go try to work with another vendor, they're not gonna like the process, they're gonna come back to me eventually. It's been 4 months since I made the price increase, and I think about 3 designers that work with us consistently stayed with us, versus when I took over, the company was working with about, I believe 15 to 20 designers, and now we only have 3 that is working with us consistently. What I had to do to pivot, I had to really focus on residential moves so I can get cash on demand. But at the end of the day, when I take a look at a perspective, is that those clients were not the clients that I want to work with. The ones that I have right now are consistent and they pay top dollar because they pay for high-end services because they're a top and high-end designer. How I look at it is that I got rid of the non-profitable customers and I stayed with the profitable customers. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep and refocus and direct my energy towards interior designers because we're one of the only companies that provide interior designer service. If I was to do this differently, I would slowly transition the pricing. So I would go ahead and have it from, instead of 30% right away, 10%, 20%, 30%, and so on. I should have done it in increments versus doing it all in one time, because that pretty much scared all the designers away because they had no room or no margin to work with. So I basically said it's either my way or the highway. But there is more designers that that we can definitely work with, so I don't have any problem with that. And I really put a big focus on working on residential consumer clients. If you are looking to acquire a company, these are 3 things that you have to look out for and you have to expect for when you are transitioning into the company. Catch you on the next video.